doing with that saw?
A couple of Russian dragons unite to conquer America. One dorky adventure at a time.
We had a weekend of craziness. Misha was one side of the country and I was on the other side of the country.
When we were on the plane, somebody was smoking in the bathroom because I heard this alarm and I was like, that sounds like a smoke detector. All of a sudden the captain gets on and is like, whoever smoked in the bathroom, the police are going to be waiting for you at the gate. I'm just like, this is serious.
John, it's 6:30 in the morning.
Yes.
What time did you fall asleep last night?
I'm not sure. I don't know if I slept, honestly.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was waking up on and off all night.
Well, honestly, the boot parts are sufficient. So I'm afraid of my bush hanging out, but I don't think it's excessive. Look, I'm fine. Come on, this
There's
is
no
fine.
excessive bush,
Just
dude.
a little butt cheek.
See, my alien's like way hanging out, and I have hair hanging out, so it's like, it's
I only
alright.
have a tiny bit of hair hanging out. I don't find it offensive. I don't think I'm offending anyone.
Who cares? I mean, if you are, it doesn't matter. Honestly, our presence is offensive as it is.
I think that's what it is,
Another-
so.
I was shooting a horror movie with John. John Gonzales is my filmmaking partner since 1996, 7, something like 1997. I know it since 1993 when I was in film school.
The hotel had a water slide, which is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And it was like super fast. Like it looks like this little dinky like kid water slide, and it's not. It's like it whips you. It's so friggin' cool.
When John was putting this production together, a few days before the production, he emailed all of us and told us we have to wear face masks. Okay, whatever. Nobody's gonna be wearing a face mask. But being the good director of photography I am, I made everybody a mask. Look, there it is. Film crew, becoming of age, not Bank of America, becoming of age, 2022.
I noticed on the first night that I was getting a UTI. So I'm super dehydrated and stressed and not drinking enough water and traveling a lot. And so I get them every once in a while. I don't get them chronically, but you always know when you have one because they're awful. I was in the hotel and I called Ivan. I was like crying and throwing up. I could not stop throwing up, like from the pain. That's how much pain I was in. So I went and I found this like hole in the wall, like emergency room. I didn't even know it was open. Like there were no cars in the parking lot. I'm like, is this like an abandoned hospital? Like, did I take the wrong exit? I have this white Brazzers shirt on, this sweatshirt. And it's dirty as hell. So I've been throwing up on it. And the whole way in the cab, I was like, I throw up. And so they give me a bag and I'm just puking in the lobby, just throwing up everything. They put me on IV antibiotics and fluid for like 2 hours. And I literally felt like 100% better in 2 hours. It was magic. And the guy at the front desk is an EMT and a firefighter also, and super nice. He goes to pull out my IV and he's like, can I ask you something? And I'm like, yes, from the shirt, like the company. And he goes, no, you're Misha, Montana. Here I am just fresh out the ER. Got our fluids in, we're ready to go. Let's send it. I'll be there at 6. Don't ask me why I'm here.
Sometimes when you're on set and you have downtime and you get bored, you do little sketches, you play practical jokes on people. When you're in the forest, you do one better. You feed the animals. The problem was, so when we came outside, the whole basket with fruits, all the fruits had dings in them.
A bunch of cocks got here early. What's happening?
As we're shooting, Nick, the actor, he's looking off camera. I'm like, what is he looking at? What is he staring at? And he's like, guys, there's a bear.
It was late at night. We were in my car, parked next to this giant, creepy tree out in the middle of nowhere. Guys, there's a bear over there.
It's probably going to go for me first because I looked like the biggest sandwich in the group. There's only room for one handsome bear on the set.
took what you treasure, and I'm never gonna give it up. I left these empty streets and hide within the shadows. You think I'm low, but you don't know how low I'll go.
All right, we want to talk about this perfect lighting on this cake. Watch this. Look at the ring light on the 13. So we got a light there, there, and there, and there, and there. And there's one outside. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights to light that cake.
I had so much fun in Miami, but Miami was nowhere near how wonderful New York was. So I was supposed to fly back to Reno from Miami and then take a red-eye flight to New York for 1 day to do a 1-day appearance at Sapphire in Times Square. I was like, that's just like so ridiculous to fly like 7 hours back for like a couple hours and then fly back to New York. So it's only a 2.5-hour flight from Miami to New York. So I extended my Miami trip in a couple days and then flew to New York. It's at 3 a.m. in a bag of trash. After working, I love it.
I know John since 1993. I met him while I was in film school. He was producing a movie called The Crier, and I was the crew on the movie. And then I did my first project. It was shot on film. Film, remember film? All you content creators, shooting on your cell phone. Film doesn't fit in the cell phone. Old guys like myself shot on film. So it was a 16mm movie we did. It was our first project in film school. It's called Art of Illusion. The makeup effects artist was Simon Garcia, who was best friends with John growing up, and still best friends. And Jason was the model for the short. And so Jason, Simon, and John are 3 best friends, like the 3 amigos. They're huge horror fans. They're the ones who got me really into horror. That's how I met all of them on this project. We had Don Messick, who was the voice of Scooby-Doo, doing our narration, which was really, really cool.
There is magic in New York City. I absolutely love New York City. I fell in love with New York. And I had a world-class experience in New York. I went to just 5-star restaurants, and for a couple rows in at Broadway, we saw Wicked, and it was amazing. It was such a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful trip. Off we go to Broadway.
A sentence I never thought we would say.
Never in our lives.
Never, but we're here.
Here we are, and we're going. Ooh,
Bitch.
baby.
Disgusting. Here's love. Is it long enough for you, pal?
Not really, but we'll do.
Not really.
Yeah, I was hoping for like a big long piece.
Let's see. Hold on. How long?
Slava always hopes for a big long piece.
And John always disappoints. A movie that put us all kind of on the map in the indie horror world was Y2K Shutdown Detected. It was myself, John, and Trent Shumway.
My feature appearance went so well. I was so nervous before. I got my own little private room and I was sitting there. Shout out to everyone at Sapphire in Times Square because they're all amazing. So I'm sitting there and I'm I am not a dancer. I just never have been. I can dance, but I never was a good dancer. Stripper. I'm a great dancer. But I haven't been in shoes like that on stage. I was freaking out. I'm of all the things, I'm going to be the one that falls. I'm going to trip. Something's going to happen. I'm going to look like an idiot. Because it was a 15-minute set. That's a long time. Imagine doing anything for 15 minutes straight in front of a crowd. And I was hot and sweaty. And actually, I think it turned out really well. Because I picked Manson and Rob Zombie and 9 Inch Nails for my songs. And it was hot. It was amazing. I felt it. It was going to be good.
I just gave the last foreigner all my information. Can you play back the call that you monitored and get the information from that? Ugh, my phone battery's dying. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Yeah, can you help me? I'm kind of stuck here. I'm talking to you. What are you doing with that saw?
John and I did a series of movies called Roadside Killer, and we did a series of these movies with Jason and Simon. Simon was the effects artist, Jason was the lead, and these movies won a ton of awards, ton of festival screenings.
So a lot of my friends came out, and then we frolicked around New York and went like through Central Park on a buggy. It was great. It was so much fun. So I love New York. We're eating pizza with trash bags around us at 3 a.m. Just grease dripping down your body. This is so great. I loved it. I can't wait to go back to New York. Cannot wait. So hopefully soon I get to go back to New York.
This labor of love never stops, you know. This is what keeps us going, and John just keeps making movie after movie, and whenever I get a chance, I direct a photography for him. The weekend was amazing. It was just like seeing old friends, doing some really cool lighting, shooting stuff that I could actually show everyone. You know, I shoot cool stuff in adult, but I can't really share it with everyone.
Ivan was here in Los Angeles, and then he went on his film trip.
For us, every project we do, we cherish the opportunity, the moment, the memories, and we're like, yeah, we've been doing this since 97 together. I mean, think about it, it's 25 years we've done projects together.
I underpacked for Miami. So if I underpacked for Miami, I didn't pack at all for New York. And I took I was a stress and a half. I had no clothes. I was like wearing the same clothes. I had to go buy a bunch of new clothes just to make it through. So when I got back to Reno at 1 a.m., I'm doing laundry. And then Bodie and I had to be up at 6 to make it to the airport to get to LA. So our lives are so crazy. So crazy. It's great. And then we're doing it again.
When the movie was all said and done, John did a speech where he, you know, thanked everybody and talked about what each person contributed to the project. And he's talking to Raiden. And he's like, Raiden shot you when you were 9 years old for don't forget to brush your teeth. Now we're shooting you at 13 for becoming of age. So I don't want to wait 4 more years to shoot you again. I want to make sure that we get more projects with you. You're an amazing little actor. And then he goes, I'm going to try to shoot you when you're 15 years old. In 2 years, we're going to shoot you one more time. And it took everything in my power not to go, and Rain, when you turn 18, I'll be shooting you as well.
Slava, you know, we've been working together forever, man. You know, we're brothers. It's like, what, 26 years now? 27 years?
It's 93, 94.
Yeah. He went from working for me to working together, co-directing stuff, and then, you know, then coming out and willing to, like, come and shoot stuff for me. And I know he's a director himself. And he's got
Hall of Fame director now, by the way.
Hall of Fame director. He's got a great eye. You know, I do rely on him sometimes. And, you know, that's a lot of movies getting it made. I wouldn't be done without this guy as well. He sees a lot of things. He sees as an editor, you know, he sees as a director, he sees the shots. It's like, I rely on you a lot to get a lot of stuff done, so I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Same.
Yeah.
A couple of Russian dragons unite to conquer America. One dorky adventure at a time.